Hello, everyone. Welcome to our new moon meditation together. I'm really happy that you were able to join on such extremely short notice, and my apologies about that. There's been so many changes and so many shifts and processes happening that simply had 2 full days to do this any earlier. And I'm really happy that you're here. I'm just so amazed how beautiful and in synchronicity everything happens. Cancer is about birth or rebirth. Cancer is the sign where the soul comes into form, into outer manifestation. And it is according to the teachings, the quote is the birthplace into the life of form and the door into the physical incarnation. And the cancer how I see it is that this whole journey is about soul development and the developmental process of the soul. And where in Aries we have the faint idea of what the soul is and the impulse of God to give birth to individual soul. In Taurus, we have the soul a bit more descendant, and it takes the desire body. It starts to descend into the emotional body. And in Gemini, the soul works its way through into right relationships and into soul control between two different dualities or polarities, and so that the outstanding or prevalent energy is love when the soul enters into physical incarnation in Cancer. And yet, this is the beginning. Aries is one sign of a beginning. Aries is the sign of the beginning of the astrological year, but the Cancer is the sign of the beginning for the soul in matter, the journey in matter. And as we come into this world, we are born into these bodies as babies. We work on our somatics. The first language that we have is our physical body. And we don't have cognitive understanding, and maybe not even emotions. The emotional body comes second. And so we are conscious instinctively. The soul is conscious instinctively. So the animal body is what rules. And the awareness that the soul embodies at the beginning of this cycle of incarnation, is mass awareness. And it's different from the Aquarian group awareness. And how I understand it is that when we grow up, when we are small children or toddlers, and we go through the phase of separation around the age of 3 years old, that is the time when we, or until that time, we have been engaged with mass awareness, meaning that we have not really separated ourselves as individuals, as separate selves. And that separation is needed so that we can develop our unique individuality, and from that healthy, unique individuality, again, return to group awareness, to group, to be a functioning, independent part of a group, and a leader of that group entity. And so it's not about the same. So so mass awareness and group awareness, or instinctual consciousness and group consciousness, they're not the same thing. They are two different stages in development of the soul, or as a human being as well. And yeah, for me, I noticed that I'm noticing some resistance to accept this, to fully embrace the instinctual nature of the sign, to fully consciously submit myself to the tests of matter, because that is what this sign starts. The tests of the emotional and physical and mental bodies, they begin here, until in Scorpio, the disciple or the soul is finding its way to separate itself, or detach, not separate, but detach from matter, from identifying to each emotional reaction, from identifying with every physical ailment, from it detaching from any kind of mental activity that is not supportive of love and life. And so for the next months until Scorpio, we are truly descending into matter. And I'm inviting myself and you as well to embrace this, to surrender to this. And for me personally, it is a bit difficult because for the majority of my life, I've been trying to find my way to the higher realms, or have spent my time in the higher realms. And yet the new age is about divinity in matter. And the development does not stop in Scorpio, but rather it goes the full circle. And in Pisces, the soul will find or identify with to God. So Cancer is one of the water signs. It is the one that represents matter, and then becomes Scorpio and then Pisces. So there is that development of the soul in these three signs. And what Cancer represents is the soul's urge to manifest. And it is the God or the spirit wanting to manifest on earth. And so in that sense, Cancer is also a dualistic sign. The two claws, or what they are called, these hands or claws, they represent the duality of matter and spirit, or matter and soul. And the planetary rulers of Cancer are, on the personality level, the moon, and on the esoteric level, Neptune. And the relationship with the moon and the Neptune, they symbolize the relationship between the mother of all forms and the god of the waters. And the moon is veiling Neptune on the personality level as well. Actually, the Neptune is ruling Cancer on all levels, just like the sun is ruling Leo on all levels. But here in Cancer, the moon is veiling Neptune because it is said that humanity is not ready for the different signals or energies that might be coming through. But what the Neptune represents is that, as it is also the ruler of Pisces, that when the human soul has developed enough in order to call itself an initiate, so it's from third initiation onwards, that there's no reaction or feeling or sentiment to, or actually there is no need to react to any emotional body activity, like emotional reactions or different feelings, or even personal relations that happen between people. Obviously, the feeling never stops, but there's no reactive triggers anymore, or hardly any of them anymore. And these reactions are superseded by love they're superseded by soul. And this is what soul control is about. The soul control that is mentioned in, or is one of the keynotes in Gemini. And in this stage, the initiate, or the soul, is no longer ruled by the mother of forms, meaning Cancer, or by the god of the waters, Pisces. And in this time, or in this stage of development, the mother gives birth to the son, and the spiritual identity or individual entity is free. And what it means when the teachings say that mother gives birth to the son is that the sign of Virgo is the mother holding the Christ energy, the Christ consciousness. And it is said that this Christ consciousness becomes fully developed in Pisces. And when there is no identification with that, then the world's savior, the son, is born, and there is freedom. And why this developmental stage is so necessary is that developmental stage, going through the matter piece and going through the emotional body testing, is that without the form and without the ability to bear in mind the need to respond sensitively, meaning sensing with all senses, to the environment conditions and circumstances, the soul would never awaken to knowledge in the three worlds, and three worlds meaning the mental and emotional and physical bodies, and therefore would never know God in manifestation. So there, the personal work or personality level work is a doorway to spirit in matter. So it's not just about doing the soul work. It's also about doing the emotional, mental, and physical work. So that is the theoretical or esoteric piece of the day. And we'll go on to our guided journey. I invite you to find a posture or position in the space that you're in that you feel comfortable enough and safe enough to start with. And then allow yourself to just land. So just feel your body. If it supports you, you can even touch your body, soothe your body. If you are feeling that your nervous system is a bit too active, then just bring your awareness to the weight of your body on the surface that you're on. And the same goes for for the case if you feel that you feel heavy or slow or anything like that, or just tired. Allow yourself to open up to the tactile sense, the feeling sense of your body. Feeling, in addition to feeling the weight of your body against the surface that you're on, to feel the clothes you may be wearing or any fabrics that may be touching your body. And also sensing how your breathing is caressing you or your body from the inside. The inside. And if you feel the impulse to move your body at any time, please allow your body to do that. The meditations I guide are not about sitting or standing still necessarily, but rather allowing the body to be alive, to release any unfinished processes that may occur when we are working with the body. They don't have to make any sense to your logical mind. Just witness what's happening. They don't need to mean anything either. It just shows that your body is very, very intelligent and holds a lot of wisdom. And all you need to do is listen, be awake and aware. And then notice what your eyes are doing or not doing, depending where you are at. And if they are moving a lot, just see if you can not necessarily change anything there, but to see how they would react to your body landing, descending even deeper onto the surface that you're on. Letting your eyesight, visual sense to rest. Then opening up to any smells that may be available to you at this moment. Relaxing the skin and the muscles and tissues around your nose. And see if that sense of smell is supporting the sense of taste in your mouth. If any receptors in your nose are bringing any information to your mouth, or if you open your mouth, if you can catch any tastes at this moment. And if it supports you, you can even use your tongue to touch the palate of your mouth, the inside of the cheeks, and see how your mouth feels like. What different tastes can you recognize? And then finally opening up and focusing your awareness to the inner ear, the sense of hearing the audio. What kind of sounds do you register at this moment? Then I invite you to see what has happened to your breathing. Again, you don't need to change your breathing in any way, but rather just notice, is it any different to that when we started? Can your breathing support you in descending and landing into this space? Are you holding your breath? Are there any tightness, tensions, pains preventing you from breathing more freely? Or are you perhaps avoiding any thoughts or feelings by holding your breath? Give them space. Give them space as much as is possible for you today. And with your breathing, you can regulate yourself. With your body, you can always regulate yourself and your capacity to take in, to process different things during this meditation, but in your life in general. So you don't need to push out of your window of tolerance or push your boundaries or anything like that. But just stay with yourself. There's no certain goal or need to get anywhere today or anytime. Just stay present to what is. Notice the different thoughts and emotions and the physical sensations that are present in your experience right now. And if the emotional or physical sensation is numbness, stay with that. Offer yourself your presence. Offer yourself your love. And as you are more aware and keep being aware of the physical sensations and potential emotions or thoughts that go through your system right now, bring your awareness and attention to your crown on the top of your head. And just with the intention of focusing your energy into your crown, sensing, opening the senses, the five sensed doors to your soul, the energy of your soul. If you notice any resistance or unwillingness to invite the soul energy in or open up to the soul, ask yourself, what is the resistance about? And let the answer unfold, whichever channel it wants to come through, whether that be your physical body or your emotions or your thoughts or even your consciousness. If you are feeling the resistance and you asked the question, name that answer out loud for yourself, the answer that you receive, and let yourself feel, let your body express that, let any impulses that your body may want to manifest, let those be real, let those be shown to you. And then again, if you are already opening up to the energy of your soul, what is the essence of your soul? In one word or phrase. Naming it out loud for yourself and letting that energy build. Notice how your body reacts to your soul. What happens in your body with the presence of your soul. What emotions or thoughts become available for you or active in you in the presence of your soul. And as your physical, emotional, and mental bodies have gotten to know more of your soul essence, ask your soul or ask yourself as a soul, why am I here for? What am I here for? What turns me on? Once you have it, name it out loud for yourself. Let that sound vibrates the matter of your body through the emotions and thoughts. What kind of movement does it inflict, whether that be outer or internal, external or internal movement? Let that mission of your soul penetrate all the layers of your matter. While witnessing and acknowledging if there is any resistance or closedness to receive that mission into this matter. We do not want to bypass anything, but rather to become aware where the work lies. And then give our love and presence to that, as those parts are love, those parts in resistance kept you alive so far. See what senses you still have available and open to your experience. Or if you have all of the senses available, or if you have closed some of them, all of them. And if there is anyone who is hypersensitive through any of the sensed doors, in that case, bring your awareness to somewhere in your body that you feel safe with. So in that case that you are hypersensitive, extremely open, then in that case, redirect your focus and awareness to more narrow plane. What is the quality of love that is active in you? There are different qualities of love. Soul is love, and love is soul. So as the idea, the essence, and the mission are so slowly landing into this body, slowly infusing the matter. What is the quality of love that runs through you, your unique transmitter? Name it for yourself out loud. Let that spark any physical impulses to move, whether internally or externally, or emotions or thoughts. From that space of love, what is your deepest longing? What do you long for as a soul? Again, name that out loud for yourself, letting yourself feel, sense, perhaps even with it on your own time, in your own way. Notice if there are any rejection or tension or pains or anything like that activating or activated in your physical body, tensions in your mental body or emotional body through this longing. Giving your love and presence to those parts in any of those layers of your matter. And those parts in resistance in any way, they may or may not transform today through your presence and love. It's okay. And if they are transmuting, transforming, see where do they lead you? Then I invite you to bring your awareness to your base, to the tip of the tailbone, perineum, the area of your anus. See if there is physical tension there present in your experience right now. If there is, accept it, embrace it. Whatever is there, become aware of it. Let yourself notice. And slowly allow your base to relax. Give it permission to relax. You can also affirm to your base that it's okay, that you are safe. that all is well where you are right now. Notice any fears or shame that may be present in your experience in the base. If there is, name it for yourself. What is it about? And feel it for the next 1 minute. Let it express through your body. Let it flow. Let it unlock any tensions in the base of your matter. If you need to move, that give yourself space for that. If that sensation or feeling is inviting you to more stand still or freeze, allow that to happen as well. Just stay present and conscious of your own experience. Then let go of that feeling. Then see what's behind that fear or shame, or that freeze or tension or coldness or whatever you were feeling, sensing. What's behind it or underneath it? Name that out loud. Let yourself feel that. for the next minute. Then when you look at the fear from a distance, fear or shame, what is the lesson that you were meant to learn from that in this lifetime? What is the repetitive, even compulsive pattern that has tried to get your attention until now? And how will your life be different from now on, now that you are possibly seeing that lesson? And now that you are giving more space for that energy in your base that was hidden. With this energy that was discovered, I invite you to call in your soul's essence, your soul's mission, your soul's love and longing into your base. And on the way down, descending, see if there are still any resistances or anything that is preventing from your matter or preventing your matter to receiving your soul. And if there is anything like that, what does your soul still need? To build a dwelling for itself? Or what does your matter need in order for it to be able to receive soul? Name them, feel them. And if there is any concrete things that you can do about them or for them to support that, after this meditation, name that for yourself. Or if there is anything that your body wants to do or move right now, allow that to happen as well. And if and when your soul's essence and mission and love and longing are able to land in the base, to be received in the base with the energy that was discovered underneath the fear or shame, what becomes of the union of these two opposite pairs of opposites? What is born from that union? And how does it want to move you? Whether that be physically or emotionally or mentally. And then allow yourself to sink even deeper to the core or the center of that union. The soul calls via rising sign. The forms must be fed, nourish the lives. The forms must be fed, nourish the lives. And a pledged disciple responds, I build a lighted house and therein dwell. I build a lighted house and therein dwell. Let that mantra sink in. Let yourself sink even deeper into instinctual consciousness. You have the permission and right to exist. You don't need to hurry up. You can take your time. Your needs as an incarnating soul are okay. They're okay. They're welcome. You are welcome here. Allow yourself to guide and ground this energy through your base into the earth, and also root it into the cosmos through your crown, activating the spinal column in your physical body, centering your energy. And if it supports you to center yourself further, you can even use your arms to collect your energy back to the center line, wherever you feel like you are way too spread, back into the center line, into the physical body. And if there are any impulses that your body feels like expressing, allow that to happen as well. And when you are ready, and only when you are ready, I invite you back into our shared space on the screen. This concludes our guided part today. I thank you for joining me for this new moon offering. And if you have your new moon offering with you, anything that includes your DNA, I invite you to take that to the land and seed whatever was the union, fruit of the union in your base, or whatever else that feels more pertinent to your path. Thank you for joining me. So this stage of the soul's development is equal to a newborn being born, baby being born. And so it means that there isn't much to do, just be, let anything sink in, let yourself be in the instinctual nature of your matter. And let's see what unfolds. And blessings, everyone. Thank you for joining.